Good day, everyone. Happy New Year once again. So let me just jump to where we're here because I don't want to bore us with long talks, right? So Zenko does actually have something juicy for us, and it is advisable you actually jump on it right now. So if you keep records of daily transactions, or you have an enterprise that keep records of daily transactions, and you want to make your work seamless and automated, it's advisable you jump on it. Honestly, so I'll be sharing us a practical example of how this operates, of how this works. So basically, we have the transactions table, which focuses on the revenue generated on a particular day. Then we have the expense table, which shows us the expenses generated in a particular day. Then we have the reports table, which shows us the weekly profits we generate. So what the report table will do is to sum up the expenses and the revenues generated in a particular week, now to get our profit, our loss. So we have a graphical illustrations for that and a trend that shows us how much profit we made if we had an increased profit in this particular week, or we had like a downfall in our profits in a particular week, right? So it's basically seamless. So let me show us a practical example of how this works, right? So first of all, I've tried to talk as very calm as possible because I know I talk very fast. Right. I should have I should have said that at the beginning of these lessons, but let's go with the flow. Right. So now we have like two buttons. First of all, I'll be talking about the attendance table. Right. So let's just ignore that. So I'm talking about we have two buttons. We have the submit button, we have the clear all content button. So what does the submit button do for us? What the submit button does for us is once you've inputted all of the information in this user form, I'll call it user form, right? Once you click on the submit button, right, it will automatically populate those informations in this sheet, right? So if I click on submit button right now, it is going to populate a message box saying if you've not filled any of the following informations, right? So all of the information in this user form is compulsory. You have to fill everything. It is very compulsory because if you don't fill any of that, if probably you mistakenly miss one out, you won't be able to submit. It will tell you, it will bring up a message box saying, "Oh, please kindly fill the following information." Right? So let me show an example. Please enter the transaction, which is the date. Right? Then the clear all content says, "Oh, once you've maybe at the end of fiscal year, because this user form was designed to see a whole year, maybe from 1st of January to 31st of December, depending on fiscal year, right? So maybe at the end of fiscal year, you've seen your trends, you've seen your profit, you see the losses made, and you want to clear out the content because you want to use this form for the next year. You can just probably just clear the content and proceed, right? So once you click on clear content, it automatically come up with a message box saying, "Are you sure?" The reason why you kept it because situations might arise whereby you mistakenly click on clear content and you didn't plan it. So this message box will pop up saying, "Okay, are you sure you want to clear all the content before I can proceed?" Because once you clear the content, you might not be able to get them back, right? So yes or no doesn't mean anything at this point because we don't have any data in our form, right? So yes, no. So now let's start, right? Sorry. So date. Today's date is sorry, I don't know. Escape. Um 01, right? Now if you notice this automatically changes to week one. So like I said, it's looking at the whole fiscal year, right? So if it's next week, it's going to show week two, week three, depending on the date you put in this dates, I don't know what to call it, right? Then writer's name, let's say Blue. Then brand name, what brand comes to mind right now? Let me see Lulu. Lulu's, yeah, I don't know why it came to mind, but yeah, pickup location. Okay, so let's say Zen Consult is the name of the delivery service. Zen Consult this, right? Island or mainland. So this is like a drop down, right? But if you input the information, let's want to put the information manually, if you don't need to drop down, and we have a spelling error, right? Click on enter, a message box is going to pop up telling us, okay, item does not fall under the listed category. Kindly select from the drop down, right? You see this arrow, then click on cancel, right? Then click on the drop down, then island. Let's go for island. Then island, we have like a fish one. So the revenue generated from Bolu for that particular day, let's say 3,000 naira, right? Then, okay, before I click on submit, right? Let me erase Bolu's name. So I missed out the rider's name and I click on submit. Right, it is going to automatically going to generate please enter rider's name, because like I said, every of this information is compulsory, it has to be filled. Right, so Bolu, then submit. Okay, yeah. So basically, okay, I just realized I made an error, but something that can be corrected. But let me just get it done right now. Right, the quota is supposed to automatically populate itself, so I'm going to adjust that immediately. Assures the breakdown of how this works. But let me just impute the formula once and for all. Right, which is sorry, okay. Right. So basically quarter one, right? So all of the informations have been fed correctly for the quarter. I'll adjust it just to make it permanent, and everything is fine, right? So so the thing is, I'll be copying some data from the Excel worksheets, not to waste our time, right? Like I said, the weeks also automatically change itself to week one. This one change back to week zero, because this is dependent on this, right? Why this is dependent on the informations here, right? So now, like I said, I'm copying data from the Excel worksheet so that I'll be wasting our time with filling all of these informations. Now, this is stopping at week three, right? Because the formation we had last, right? Or the max week right now, or the current week right now is in week three, right? Which is 9th of January 2022, right? So basically, that's now let's take a look at our report table. I'm not supposed to show us now, right? We can see that the report table has automatically populated itself, right? So all our profits made now is 3,000, 30,000, 40,000. We don't have any expenses yet, right? Because we did not fill in the expense information. Now you can see our trends, right? The trend is showing us that okay, in week one we had 3,000 naira. Then in week two we had 30,000 naira, which was a big increase, right? In week three we had 4,000 naira, right? So we had profit, but it was showing us how the difference is, like how the trend, exactly the trend between different weeks. Right, now let's go and fill in the expense table, right, to show us if you made profit or a loss. Right, so let's go to the expense table. So yeah, one, right, expense secured was so the same thing appears there in the drop down, but let's just see, we have airtime fuel, repairs and other. Like I said, it's for a delivery organization or enterprise. Right, so let's go for fuel. Then amount is 1,000 naira. Then submit. It automatically fits itself. So let me copy the data. I think I have this place as dot two, right? Then copy all of that and paste, right? So let's go to our report right now. So you can see that okay, we had an for week one we had an expense of 3,000, a revenue of 3,000 naira, which is true, I believe. Let's go transaction revenue of first week. We only had one first week, so 3,000 naira. The second week, which is this, we had different transactions, which is Second week we have 3,000 plus 8,000, which is 11,000. 11,000 plus another 8,000, which is 19,000. 19,000 plus 4,000, which is 23,000. 23,000 plus 5,000, which is 28,000. 28,000, sorry, plus 2,000, which is 30,000. Do you have any other transactions? No. So that's 30,000 for week two. We go to our um sorry, our report table. That means for week two, we have 30,000 naira. Then for week three, we had 3,000, 4,000 naira rather. So then the expenses we made, right, for week one was 1,000 naira. Then right, then for week two, we had 8,000 naira. Then for week three, we had 5,000 naira. That means, so we can see the rise and fall in our profits, right? So for the profit made in week for week one was 2,000 naira. The profit in week two was 22. The profit in so in week three, we made a loss of 1,000 naira. So you can see the arrow also depicts if we made a profit or a loss, right? So basically, that's how it works. So you can actually see how the trend flows from week one to week three. Now week four is still paralleled because we have not entered the transactions for that day. The good thing about this graphical illustration is we can compare more than 4 weeks. We can compare as many weeks as possible, right? Week one to week five, week one to week six, week one to week seven, right? We can also do from maybe from week two to week seven, right? Or from week three to week seven, depending on how we want it, right? So basically, that's how it works. So like I said, it's very seamless and automated. So you have to do is input the accurate information in each of the user form, right? And you get the result you want. Basically, that's how it works. So you can probably reach out to us on the following numbers if you probably need this for your enterprise or for your company or for yourself. Right, reach out to us on the following number or can reach out to us in our mail, which will be attached at the end of this video. So thank you. Have a great day ahead. Have a nice week. Have a productive week. Have fun with your boss. Or if you have a boss, have fun with yourself, right? So take care. Thank you. Bye.